Hello and what is going on, everybody? It's Steven here and welcome back to another gaming accessory review, and today we're going to check out the GamDias Erebos Gaming Mouse, which you can see right over here. So why do I do that review here? So actually GamDias contacted me some time ago if I'm interested in reviewing the new gaming product, and I said yes, send some over, and well, there we go, here's the gaming mouse. Then I reviewed the headset some days ago, and yeah, the next days or next week you will see the keyboard, and I still have to get used to that keyboard because it's American keyboard layout, which is kind of bad. But honestly, even though those products came for free, it will never affect my opinion on those products. So you will get an honest review on that mouse. And yeah, let's get directly started. So GamDias, I've never heard of this brand before, but it seems to be kind of popular in the esports scene. So some gamers or whatever, they got sponsored by them, I see on YouTube. But there was no real good review here in English on that mouse. So, well, today I tried to do one. And GamDias, so here you can see the name, link is down below in the description if you're interested, and it seems to be that their products, they are really made for gaming, nothing else. So it comes with some great software which is called Hera, so you can see all those products and also the software, it has some Greek name. And it's very customizable. That's something I like about that mouse. Well, it's also a little bit cheaper than some other gaming mice. For instance, my Logitech was something like €70, but that one here is on Amazon only $45, so dollars. And well, today we're going to check it out. So I would say let's get directly started and let's have a quick look at the GamDias Erebos. So guys, as you may know, I play a lot of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and so far I'm using the Logitech G502, and for me that's the perfect gaming mouse because it's sleek. Then it comes, for instance, with a button here to unlock the mouse wheel, so you can scroll web pages very fast, and yeah, it's very accurate. But what I don't like, for instance, is that spoiler here, so I need a very sleek mouse. And so far, the GamDias Erebos is very similar. It's just a little bit thicker, as you can see, but it's very customizable, so that's something I like. Now, inside of the package, you will find a lot of those side spoilers, I'm not sure how you call that, wings or whatever, and basically you can just put them on your mouse to make it bigger. Actually, I don't like that, so I'm not going to use them, but I will show you later how to use them. But let's have a quick look on what we can find inside of the box. Now here a user manual, and I would say please read it because it comes with configurable buttons and macro keys, and it's not so easy to use them. I will later show you in the software what you can do with them. And well, user manual comes in different languages and comes with a couple of pages on how to use the macro buttons and attach those spoilers, wings or whatever. And just like with the headset, it came with some stickers, so that's the GamDias logo, here in black, here in some creamy white. Okay guys, so that's basically it, and now let's have a look at the gaming mouse. So guys, here's the gaming mouse, let's quickly check it out. And well, so far, without anything attached, it feels pretty good in my hand. So that's actually some sleek design, which I like. And I don't like those spoilers here, but basically we can just try to attach those plastic wings. And what we have to do is we just have to remove the standard caps here. You can do it right over here, as you can see. So just, yeah, remove it. And in there you will see there are 3 magnets. And basically attaching those wings is very easy. Now we just pick one. I think that's the one for the left side. And you see, boom, there you go. It fits in place. But honestly, yeah, that's too big for me. I cannot play with that. So we'll remove it and use the standard cap. But there are also some smaller wings like that one here. And you see, well, that's actually nice. That's not too fake, so I think that is okay. That feels a little bit like on my G502, as you can see. And you have the same thing on the other side. So here on the opposite side, as you can see, you can remove that cover too and attach some other wings. Like if you want to have a big one on that side, it's possible too. You see it fits in place, and well, that looks too big for me, so probably I will remove everything because I just want to have a sleek mouse, and there we go. Okay, so on both sides, those magnets, as you can see. Then let's have a look at the sensor. And here you can see Erebos. Then, yeah, the input rating is 5 volts, so USB voltage, 0.1 amps. Here the sensor and the light coming out of it, it's very strong. So accidentally I looked into it and whoa, I just thought, holy crap, my eyes. And yeah, we'll later have a look at the performance. But here you can see some round, not sure how you call it, cap or whatever, and you can open it up. First of all, you have to rotate it, and then just go in there with your fingernail to get it out. Come on, there we go. Or I think it was the other way, I'm not really sure, because actually I never play around with the weights. There we go, I think it was this direction. Sorry, that's some massive fail. But there we go. Yeah. So you can see we have here such a round plate, and on there you have 4 weights. Each weight has 5 grams. And yeah, my Logitech G502 with half of the weights is as heavy as this mouse here with all of the weights. So honestly, removing weights for me, then it's too lightweight. So this weighs almost nothing. So I think you have to have at least 2 weights in there, or all 4 of them. So if you like heavy mice, then this mouse is probably not heavy enough for you. But well, that's just my personal opinion, you know, it really depends on how you game and what you like. But there we go, so you see it's customizable, maximum plus 20 grams. And you can find the exact weight of the mouse down below in the description. Okay, so let's lock it again, and boom, there we go. Okay, so that's the bottom side. The cable is coming out of here. And the design, it looks really cool, so yeah, it looks really gaming style here, also the front. And let's talk a little bit about the buttons. Now, the grip, it's okay, doesn't seem to feel bad. Not sure what that should be, but looks kind of strange. Then, well, pressing the keys sounds and feels kind of good, and also the software can, for instance, track how often you have pressed it and how strong, I think, or at least that's on the keyboard, but it's really, really cool. Now, yeah, the mouse wheel, you cannot unlock it, for instance, for fast scrolling, but yeah, it feels kind of good. It has some kind of rubber on there, and yeah, it gives you some very nice grip. But I'm not really sure how long the rubber here will last, because it seems to be very soft. Then here you can see the mouse wheel is actually transparent. Guess why? There's a multicolor LED inside, and as you've seen on the package, you can just get 16.8 million colors. So you can set it later in the software. I think you can also make it flash or something like that. It's a pretty cool feature actually. Here we have the DPI switch, so that's only one button. That is not a button, that's just plastic. But here the DPI switch, so you can switch the DPI rate from 0 to the full 3500. It says 8200 or something like that on Amazon, but that's not true, so the sensor is up to 3500. And you can just switch it here, as you will later see in the software. Well, here also on the left side, that's something which is a must-have feature on every of my mice, and that's back and forth in the browser, for instance. But I think it's also possible to remap the keys in the software. We'll have a look at this a little bit later. Okay, so what's that? That's the GamDias logo, and it lights up constantly in orange or gold, as you will see later, and you cannot change the color of that. You can only change the color of the mouse wheel, but not of the GamDias logo. Alright, so some technical stuff. Now, it comes with selectable polling rates, as I've told you, so 125, 250, 500 and 1000 Hertz. And it should be a heavy-duty 10 million click life cycle or something like that. So you really can use that mouse for a long time. Not really sure because, yeah, I don't have a mouse tester, and honestly I cannot click this here 10 million times. But well, here on the other side, you see you have the same buttons like on the left side, and I think the bottom one by default opens up the browser and the GamDias web page, and the top one, I don't know. But you can remap that, and we'll check it out in the settings. Okay guys, so basically that's the whole mouse, as you can see. Looks kind of nice. I really like that you can just attach and detach those wings or whatever pretty fast with those magnets. That's a really cool feature. The cable here looks also kind of nice. Seems to be like the same cable like on my Logitech G502. Yeah, it's about 1 meter long, I guess, but you will find the exact length down below in the description. And here we have the USB connector. Yeah, that plastic thing here looks kind of cheap, so a normal plastic, yeah, around the connector would look better. It looks like a cheap ass gaming mouse. But anyway, the connector is gold plated. That's something I like, and the mouse comes with 64 kilobytes built-in memory. That's also a cool feature. So I would say let's just go directly to the computer and let's check out the gaming mouse and the software, because actually that's the most important part of the review. So guys, let's go and let's hook it up to the computer. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're now here on the computer, mouse is connected, and sorry it's a little bit dark, but you can see the LED light here better. Mouse feels really good, but without those wings attached, I think it's the best feeling for me. Here you can see the GamDias logo. This lights up all the time here in yellow, gold or whatever, so it's a little bit orange as you can see. Then what you can actually adjust is the mouse wheel, and you can see it now lights up in green, blue, so some mix of it, and yeah, it's flashing, and you can change it to whatever you want to. So let me quickly go into the software suite, and I have some different profiles, like here a red one, then here we have another green one which is not flashing. So you can also adjust the brightness, so almost no backlight, a little bit backlight, maximum backlight, or flashing backlight. So just check this out, but it takes some time. So I think it's not possible to adjust the time. So it flashes every 1 minute. Now it's out and it starts again. But well, pretty cool software suite. We'll just have a look at this in a second. Then you can also make your own profiles. Like here, this should now be orange. Looks a little bit red here in the camera. Then here we have blue. Basically there are all colors, you can mix everything you want to. It's really nice, and I will later show you the RGB color changer, because you can get every color you want to. Here purple, and I think that's a cool thing. Then here you can see that red thing there, it's really bright, so don't look into it, you can see it. And yeah, from the design I absolutely love it, because I like LEDs on my work desk. So I have now also the GamDias keyboard, and you can have some rainbow effect, and it looks really cool when the light is off. But well, as I've said before, you can get every color you want to, 16.8 million colors. Some of the color tones, they look, there is not a huge difference. For instance, if you have some slight blue and then some deeper blue, it's hard to see the difference, but you can mix almost everything. So that's pretty cool. But now let's go to the computer and let's check out the software of the GamDias Erebos. Alright guys, we're now here on the computer, so that's the GamDias software suite. You just visit gamdias.com, that usually opens up when you press the macro button on the mouse, then you can remap it. But it doesn't seem to work on Windows 8, so yeah, there was just an error. But anyway, you can download that from GamDias, and the only problem is it's a zip file. You just have to extract it and run the exe file. So it's not a real program which you have to install. There is no installer, and I think that sucks a little bit, because I don't want to place that somewhere here on my desktop or documents or whatever. So an installed program with auto start would be really cool. But yeah, just my personal opinion, and when you start it, then you can see this software suite is looking great. First of all, when you start it, you will see something like this, which looks like the champion selection from League of Legends. But anyway, here you can see the different gaming mice, like, they have strange name, Toys, Apollo, whatever. And yeah, I have now connected here the Erebos, as you can see, and also, for instance, there are different keyboards, and I currently have the mechanical keyboard, as you can see, so it's the RS series. And also headsets are supported, and just the USB headsets, I guess. Okay, but there is none connected so far. Currently I'm testing the keyboard, and the keyboard is really nice. I just don't like the keys, which you can see right over here, but I'll tell you that in my full review. So right, when you connect it and install everything, you will have to do a firmware update, and that is really easy. Just press the OK button, it updates the onboard memory, so the flash on that mouse, and then it's actually ready to use. So yeah, make sure you switch to advanced mode, because then you have a lot of more features, and the first thing here is key assignment. Now you can rebind all the buttons. You just have to click at them and then choose what they should do, and that's pretty cool. Like, the left click cannot be changed so far, because, well, you need the left click, but you can change the mouse wheel, for instance, like to tilt left and right or whatever. Pretty cool stuff, but it's only a single mouse wheel so far, so you can scroll and you can press once, not left and right like on some Logitech mice. And yeah, here you can see we have the macro buttons, and they are really cool. Like, I've recorded a macro which we can load up a little bit later. I will show you how to do that. And yeah, you can basically rebind all the buttons except of the left mouse button, but you can, for instance, just rebind the right mouse button. Here's macro management, and that's so advanced, it's just crazy. So we can now try to record a new macro, and there we go, create. And basically we now have to name it like test2. And now we just click at record, and we also choose mouse track. So this basically tracks the coordinates of your mouse all around the screen. Okay, so let's do it. Let's record the macro. So we now open start, this PC, then we just switch here to documents, whatever, we switch in there and we open up that, JPEG. Okay guys, then we close that and we hit stop. So now we have a new macro which is called test2, and it should just do all the things which are here in the list. And then you can edit all that, you can speed it up, you can slow it down. Basically you could make yourself a click macro for, I don't know, just in some browser games or whatever. So really cool things, and there are many possibilities. Now we assign that macro to a button on the mouse, like to this one, and we just choose here, no, not profile. We choose here macro. You see there are a lot of functions. This is crazy. Even Skype functions or media controls. It's really cool. And here we choose macro, and here we choose test2. Okay. So now it should just, if you have profile 3 loaded up, because you can also give yourself different profiles. Like you have 6 profiles, you can even switch between the profiles with the mouse button, which gives you a high number of macros which you could use if you remember all that. But well, we have now this macro, the test2 macro on the up button. So let's just try it. We press it once. Oops, wrong button. And let's see if it does everything correctly. It's a little bit tricky because you must press it and then just wait. Okay, so it's doing it. I'm not clicking anything. And well, it does it. But it's a little bit tricky because if you interrupt the whole macro, okay, it couldn't press the X button or something like that, or there was just an error, but if you interrupt the whole process, then it's not going to work anymore. So that's a little bit tricky, so press it and don't do anything, and then the mouse is doing all the things here, so that's pretty cool. Okay, that's regarding macros, but there are a lot of gaming mice which support that feature, but I think the software suite is just very nice and easy to use. Okay, mouse control, the next important thing. Like here the DPI level from 0, actually almost 0, 800 here up to 3500. That's the maximum DPI, and the polling rate once again from 125 to 1000 Hz, 1 GHz. Okay, the cursor speed here, you can also accelerate it, and that's maximum DPI, maximum acceleration. It's a 4K monitor, and I can easily, with almost no movement, go from one corner to the other corner. Okay, so that is looking good, but it's too fast for me. Let's go a little bit back. We have here also vertical scroll speed, 3 rows, double click speed. I'm not going to change that because I actually like the settings which are default here. Mouse luminance, so that was the thing which I showed you before, so the different colors, and basically if I switch the color here in the application, it changes it in real time. So now it's orange, or actually yellow here on my mouse. So it looks a little bit different than here on the screen, but yeah, just a little bit, and the LED is really nice. Okay, assign sound timer. Actually, I haven't used that, so basically you can record sounds and you can just playback them here with the macro buttons, and I was not looking too deep into that feature. Also there's a timer feature, but honestly I'm not going to use that. The macros maybe, but that's too much. You see here sound recorder, basically you can just record some alarms or something like that. Here we also have a timer setting, and that's just too much for me. But what is really cool is here the muscle memory. And here you can see how often I press the left mouse button, and just have a look at it. It goes up when I click it. And I think it's pretty cool. So I just played a little bit around, and I have now 5,700 clicks, and almost, just 157 with the right mouse button. Okay, middle mouse button, other keys, so the usual stuff. And here you can also see how hard you press at the mouse button, like the leave, I don't know that word, but the total pressure you did put on the mouse button, and it's now almost 500 kilograms, so 434 kilograms, which is really a lot, and endurance 3 hours, so pretty cool thing. Okay, update and support. Basically what you can do in here is check for updates, to update the software suite and to update the firmware version, and the firmware should be the latest one because I updated it just today. Alright, so that's basically the whole software suite. We'll check it out for the keyboard in the next review, but so far I really like it because you can customize everything. You can record macros, you can rebind all the keys, you can, just play around with the sensitivity, with the DPIs, with the polling rate, with the cursor speed, and it's really, really cool. And also I absolutely like that luminance, control panel here. Because here we also have, for instance, if you want that the color is flashing, so basically what I've shown you before, and here you can even mix your own colors. So 16.8 million colors. You cannot see a real difference between some colors because of the LED, but so far it's looking really, really good. Okay, you can save all that to different profiles. So you have up to 10 profiles or something like that, and it's really, really nice. So that's basically it, guys, and now let's go Okay guys, so that's basically it. Then now let's go and let me tell you my opinion here on the GamDias Erebos. So guys, we are now here at the end of this review, and let's talk a little bit about the GamDias Erebos. So far I really liked it. It's looking pretty nice. The design is really good. It's sleek, comes with some customizable LED backlight, which I really like. But why do they advertise in the title with 8200? And yeah, to understand this we probably have to talk a little bit about DPI. Now DPI stands for dots per inch, and a higher DPI rate doesn't mean that the mouse is better. So dots per inch is actually misleading because it's dots per inch on a single line, which is 1 inch long, I think, something like that. But yeah, what is the scanner here doing? It scans an area. So basically an area like this, and in there we have, for instance, number of pixels, so it's scanning that. And this is called CPI, so counts per inch. And so far a higher rate of that doesn't mean that the mouse is better, because also at a very high rate then it leads to positional tracking issues and accuracy issues. And sometimes people say, it's definitely better to have more DPI, but my personal experience is not. But honestly, it really depends. So those things, like a lot of gaming accessories, they come down to personal personal preference, I hope you call it like that. So what you like actually when you play. And for me, when I buy a mouse, it's the feeling when I have it in my hands and not the DPI rate. I mean, it's an optical gaming mouse, so that's something different than here the laser gaming mouse like the G502. So it's a different sensor, and this one here comes with 12,000 CPI. Now, I never play with that maximum rate, so I play usually with 2 to 3 to 4,000, or maximum, really. So 12,000 is really something which is too high, and I think it's just marketing. So that's also why they just put 8,200 in the title, probably because, we have a higher DPI rate, so our mouse is better. No, it's definitely not, and this is really always personal preference, if you like it or not. So, the best thing is actually to try the mouse, to feel it, but the problem is you can mostly just buy this online. So which electronic store has a GamDias Erebos? But so far I can say if you like sleek mouse, then it feels pretty good for me, and it's a little bit customizable with those wings, not that much like in Cyborg, Mad Cats, or however those things are called. I think they're totally ugly and overpriced, but for the price of $45, or maybe you can get it for even less if it's on sale, then it's really not a bad gaming mouse. I really liked the built-in memory, so you can track everything, you can record macros, you can switch between different profiles, and the software suite, it's definitely awesome. I mean, you have so many customizable settings, and you can really do a lot in there, as you have seen. 10 million click lifecycle. I mean, I don't have a mouse tester, so I cannot test this, but it feels kind of okay. So pressing the mouse feels kind of good, just like on my Razer Dev Adder. Actually, the same feeling. Grip here, it's basically the same like here on my G502. You see, it's already coming off a little bit. I guess this will happen on this one here too if you use it for a long time. I'm now using it for half a year and it looks like this, very dirty and ugly, so sorry for that. But so far for the price, definitely nice. You have seen everything in the review. It's just a little bit too lightweight for me. With the full weight, it's still not as heavy as my G502 with half of the weight. That's just something I want to say about it too. Okay, so far so nice. You can find a link down below in the description if you're interested. GamDias Erebos, they also have other gaming mice. And as I've said before, well, I don't get paid for this, and this was just really my honest opinion. But as I've said before, it really depends on the feeling you have when you have it in your hands. I have really big hands, as you can see, and maybe for small hands it's a little bit too big. So it's always hard for me to review accessories like this, because it's always personal oh my god, I cannot pronounce it, but I think you know what I mean. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, then thank you so much for watching. If interested, check out the links down below, and I really hope I see you again in my next video. So have a nice day, and bye bye.